Good morning, students. Now we will start with the, after terminal exam, we will start with the fourth chapter, ratio and proportion. New chapter. Now, see here, ratio and proportion. Ratio you have learnt primary classes. What is ratio? Ratio is comparison by division. Now, proportion. If there is 7th standard, you have learnt about proportion. If there is change in one quantity, there is change in another quantity also. Such changes are called as proportion. We have got two types of proportion, that is direct proportion and inverse proportion. In direct proportion, here two quantities are in direct proportion or direct variation we can see. For example, here see petrol, that is X in liter. The variable is taken as X liters and distance as Y kilometers. Distance as Y kilometers, petrol as X liters. So, if we use 1 liter, 1 liter can be used for running, for covering the distance of 10 kilometers. Then, for covering distance of 200 kilometers, we need 20 liters of petrol. For covering the distance of 400 kilometers, we need 40 liters of petrol. So here, these are petrol, that is in liters, and the distance in kilometers. These are the two variables here. So X and Y are the two variables. Now in these two, in all these example, you can see X by Y. If we divide this term, variables X by Y, 1 divided by 10 is equal to 1 by 10 only. 20 divided by this, that is the ratio of these two quantities. Ratio of these two quantities X by Y, that is X by Y, here 20 by 200 is equal to 1 by 10 only. Again 40 by 400 is also equal to 1 by 10 only. So therefore here you can see that it is all the ratios here is 1 by 10, 1 by 10, 1 by 10. That means here X by Y, these two variables is equal to as K constants. So these two variables, that is after division, that is the ratio of the two quantities is constant. If the ratio of the two quantities is constant, then it is direct variation. Now inverse variation. Come to the next type of proportion, that is here two quantities are in inverse proportion. Here see example, vehicles, types of vehicles given, car and bullock cart. Speed and time is given. If the speed of the car is 50 kilometers per hour and it's running for 2 hours, then the distance covered will be equal to as, see 50 into 2, that is equal to 100 kilometers. In the same manner, see bullock cart, take another vehicle, its speed is only 5 kilometers per hour, then time taken is 20. So 5 into 20 is equal to 100. Here, so the product of these two examples is 50 into 2 equal to 100. 5 into 20 is also equal to 100. So when we get two variables, the product of the two variables is constant. Here it is constant. So when product of two variables is constant, then it is an example of inverse variation. So these are the types of proportion, that is direct proportion and inverse variation. So in this way we have got two types of inverse proportion. Sorry, it is inverse proportion. Now let us learn properties of ratio. See, there are 5 properties. Now first one, ratio of numbers, that is A and B. We take two numbers A and B. It is written, ratio is written as A is to B. It is called as A is to B or A by B, where A is the predecessor, that is the first term, and B is called as the successor, that is the second term. This you have learned in 6th standard already. Second property, in the ratio of two numbers, the second term, if the second term that is has second term successor, that is B, if it is 100, then it is called it is known as percentage, like 2:100. So it will be written as 2/100, that is equal to 2%. So always ratios in the ratio when the second term or the successor is 100, then the ratio is a percentage. Third property, the ratio remains unchanged. The ratio will remain unchanged if the terms are multiplied or divided by non-zero numbers. For example, given 3:4 equal to 6:8. 3:4, how we got 3:4 can be written as 3/4. This if you multiply by 2/2, you will get what? 3 to the 6 upon 4 to the 8. So 3:4 is equal to 6:8. 6:8. So this ratios we got, equal ratios we got by multiplication. Same thing here, again it is equal to as 9:12. See, 9:12 it is there. 9/12. This 9 if I divide by 3 and this also if I divide by 3, I will get it as 3 3 is a 9, 3 4 is a 12. I come back to 3:4. So by division also, so it remains unchanged. So the ratio remains unchanged if the terms are multiplied or divided by non-zero numbers. This is the third property. Fourth property, the quantities taken in the ratio must be expressed in the same unit. It must be in the same unit, like rupees only it must be. It cannot be rupees or kg. Different quantities cannot be taken. Now, the ratio of two quantities is unitless. When we write the ratios, we do not write the units. So that is, for example, see, the ratio of 2 kg and 300 grams is not written as 2:300. It should be brought, this is here kg and this is gram, different quantities. So it should be written brought up in the same quantity, that is, see here. 2 kg is equal to as 2000 grams. So 2000 is to 300. So 2000 is to 300. That can be written as 2000 by 300. 0 0 cancels. So it is equal to 20:3. So therefore the ratio is 20:3. So in this way we do not write the ratio of the two quantities is unitless. We don't write the units here. It is unitless. When we write in ratio form, it is a unitless. So these are the 5 properties of ratio.